Now, these are the most recent vault tracks we've gotten from Taylor. A couple months ago, there was a lot of hype around these tracks. I got tons of messages from people to check them out, and I couldn't do it because I was in the middle of my chronological order. Now, I know some of you appreciate the chronological order thing, but some people want me just to jump right to their favorite albums. And I get it. I understand we all have our favorites. But you guys got to trust me on this chronological order thing. It's truly the best way to absorb an artist. For me, it's all about the evolution. How have the textures and tones shifted? Structurally and creatively, how has the artist grown? There's only one way to appreciate all that, and that is by going in chronological order. So I hope you guys understand why I'm doing things this way. Okay, this one is a little confusing, maybe because it's not exactly what I thought it was going to be. For a while there, every YouTube video I watched, my next recommended video was Slut from Taylor Swift. And I've been kind of excited about it for a while. I mean, hell, there's an exclamation point, so I thought it'd be a little bit more up-tempo. We have to remember what the foundation of 1989 is. Texturally and tonally, it's supposed to pay homage to music of the 80s. And the whole thing is supposed to have that bright shine of New York City. To me, this feels a little detached from New York. Even in these first couple lines here, it's just not very New York. You got Flamingo Pink, Sunrise Boulevard, Aquamarine Moonlight Swimming Pool. With the flamingos, the neon lights, and the Sunrise Boulevard, the whole thing kind of feels a little, I don't know, California, possibly Florida, perhaps the Keys or something. But I mean, sonically, it still embraces the foundation of 80s music. It has those bright, shiny arpeggios, the dissonance on the drums, the wide open atmosphere. It still feels like a song that could fit within the 80s. This is definitely one of her more adult-driven songs as well. There's some strong imagery in the lyrics in this one. I mean, hell, just look at this. Got love struck, went straight to my head. Got love sick all over my bed. I'll leave that up to your imaginations. But I think the main message of this song is it's supposed to depict the commentary on her love life, which she's already addressed in the original 1989 album. This is possibly why this track is not on the album. But another aspect of this song is it does invoke that carefree nature that 1999 is supposed to invoke. The kind of attitude of, whatever, I give up, I'm living for me, I'm just out here having fun, I'm doing my thing. And I guess she reiterates that with kind of the main hook of his song. And if they call me a slut, you know it might be worth it for once. I love the ending too. If I'm gonna be drunk, I might as well be drunk in love. I mean, it totally could be metaphorical, but I don't think that's the case here. I think she's talking about a specific instance where she's, you know, just enjoying the night and getting drunk on love. Yeah, overall, not what I was expecting, but not bad. That's ominous.
From the very start, we're a shot in the darkest dark. Oh,
that tone is so different too.
I'm unarmed. The waiting is a sadness, fading into madness.
High strings is dramatic.
Oh no, it won't stop. I'm standing on a tightrope alone.
She's begging.
Why'd you have to lead me on? Why'd you have to twist the knife? Walk away and leave me bleeding, bleeding.
So they gave her no choice.
Why'd you whisper in the dark just to leave me in the night? Now your silence has me screaming, screaming. Say, don't go. I would stay forever.
Maybe his ego won't let him.
Now I'm pacing on shaky ground. Strike a match, then you blow it out. Oh no, it's not fair. 'Cause you kiss me and it stops time.
That's nice.
And yours, but you're not mine. Oh no, you're not there. I'm standing on the sidewalk alone. I wait for you to drive by. I'm trying to see the cards that you won't show. I'm about to fold unless you say don't go. I would stay forever if you say don't go.
Great bridge.
Why'd you have to lead me on? Why'd you have to twist the knife? Walk away and leave me bleeding, bleeding. Why'd you whisper in the dark just to leave me in the night? Now your silence has me screaming, screaming. Say, don't go. I would stay forever if you say why do you have to make me want you? Why do you have to give me nothing back? Why do you have to make me love you? I said I love you. You say nothing back. Why'd you have to leave me on? Why'd you have to
Well, that's fucked up though.
walk away and leave me bleeding, bleeding? Why'd you whisper in the dark just to leave me in the night? Now your silence has me screaming, screaming. Say, don't go. I would stay forever if you say don't go. what you want.
All right, so sonically, I enjoyed this one a lot more than Slut. I think there was just more to work with. The textures, the tones, everything was beautiful. The creeping high string melody just added like a touch of anxiety. Taylor's tone is also a bit deeper, especially for the first half of the song. Definitely leans into the dramatics. I think lyrically, this song is pretty obvious. There was some kind of fight, some kind of blowout. Taylor's fed up and she's ready to leave, and she's right there at the edge of the door, and she's got it open, but she can't close it all the way. And all she's hoping and praying for is for him to say, "Don't go." But he never does. This is definitely one of those differences between men and women. Whenever I've been in an issue with any of my significant others, where there's been a fight and we both feel hurt, I tend to shut down. I tend to get quiet, kind of just keep to myself. I don't want to say something wrong. In every single one of those instances, the girl has wanted to talk to me more, has wanted to talk out the situation. But since they're still hurt, the tone that it's coming across is still kind of scathing to me. I still do this. This is something I still need to work on, and that's, keeping the conversation and the communication open. But I think a lot of men do this. We get to a point where we turn into a stone wall. We get to that point where we think there's nothing we can say or do that's going to fix a problem. And if we say anything, it's probably going to exacerbate it. So I could kind of empathize with the male in this story until we got to a certain point. And that's when she said, "I said I love you, and you said nothing back." You can't do that. You can't do that, especially to somebody that you love. If it's somebody that you truly love, and even if you're in the middle of a fight or you're very angry with them for whatever reason, if they're extending that sort of emotional olive branch to you, you got to take it. You got to work through it, because otherwise, what's the point? Are you going to leave? Is that going to be the end of the relationship? Are you willing to let it all fall apart? Or are you willing to just check your ego for just a minute and just ground yourself? This can be difficult for men. Well, hell, it can be difficult for anybody. Stifling your own ego and seeing the situation from 10 feet up takes some practice, and it takes a little bit of time. It takes dedication, and you actually have to care. Which leads me to believe this was probably not a two-way loving relationship. But it's obvious that Taylor wanted it to be.
To a party, I heard from everybody. You part the crowd like the Red Sea, don't even get me started.
The compression on the vocals are so weird.
Did you get anxious though on the way home? I guess I'll never ever know, now that we don't talk.
Oh, that is uneasy.
You grew your hair long, you got new icons, and from the outside it looks like you're trying lives on. I miss the old ways, you didn't have to change, but I guess I don't have a say.
The bass is fun.
I called my mom, she said that it was for the best. Remind myself the more I gave you what we left.
Great run.
I cannot be your friend, so I pay the price of what I lost and what it cost. Now that we don't talk, what do you tell your friends with? Share dinners, long weekends with. Truth is, I can't pretend it's platonic, it's just ended. So I called my mom, she said to get it off my chest. Remind myself the way you faded till I left. I cannot be your friend, so I pay the price of what I lost and what it cost. Now that we don't talk, I don't have to pretend I like acid rock, or that I'd like to be on a mega yacht with important men who think important thoughts. Guess maybe I am better off.
I love the attitude.
We don't talk, and the only way back to my dignity was to turn into a shrouded mystery, just like I had been when you were chasing me. Guess this is how it has to be. Now that we don't talk.
Oh, that's too short. I feel like this song was just opening up. I gotta believe that this song, and possibly the other songs too, are talking about Harry Styles. I know a chunk of 1989 is talking about their time together. I think in this very short song, she's talking about the impact that time together has had on her and the devastation she's kind of feeling now that it's over, and just kind of seeing from the outside him try those lives on and try different looks and everything and just kind of change himself. It's not necessarily a bad thing to be changing your look and trying different styles and doing whatever, but maybe since they had this intimate connection, she can see it as something that might be false. But it's always fun to change things up and change your looks up. And hell, even in 1989, Taylor's changing her look. She cut her hair and she's got this whole new sound and look. But maybe just something about all that just feels less authentic to her. Or maybe she's just sipping on nostalgia, man, and she's just in this place of that time that she remembers with him and the exact look and style and, momentum they had together. But she's obviously sitting in this place that's uncomfortable for her. And I love the line of her calling her mom and said just to get it off her chest. Just another cool little throwback to show the awesome relationship between Taylor and her mother. I get comments from time to time that her relationship nowadays with Harry Styles is fine for the most part. Like, I guess they're kind to each other when they see each other. They don't really say anything bad about each other in the press or anything. But that happens, man. It can be difficult to rekindle some of the natural chemistry with somebody. But now she's sitting with it. She's sitting with this change in dynamic. She's looking at this person she was very close with, and she's seeing him change. And she's wondering, was it worth it? Personally, I think it's a mixed bag because she's left in this kind of numb place, but she still doesn't have to pretend to like acid rock or be on a mega yacht and listen to important men talk about important thoughts. I gotta believe at the end, though, there's no denying that at least some chemistry between them has been lost on this, and she's mourning that to some degree.
You had people who called you on unmarked numbers in my peripheral vision. I let it slide like a hose on a slippery plastic summer, always quickly forgiven. You were so magnetic,
It's the
it
tuning.
was almost obnoxious. Flush with the currency of cool, I was always turning out my empty pockets. And when it came to you, I didn't come here to make friends. We were born to be suburban legends. When you hold me, it holds me together. And you kiss me in a way that's gonna screw me up forever. I had the fantasy that maybe our mismatched star signs would surprise the whole school. When I ended up back at a class reunion, walking in with you, you'd be more than a chapter in my old diaries, with the pages ripped out. I am standing in a 1950s gymnasium.
Great layering.
I can still see it now. I didn't come here to make friends. We were born to be suburban legends. When you hold me, it holds me together. And you kiss me in a way that's gonna screw me up forever. I know that you still remember we were born to be national treasures. When you told me we'd get back together, and you kissed me in a way that's gonna screw me up forever. Tick tock on the clock, I paced down your block. I broke my own heart 'cause you were too polite to do it. Waves crash on the shore, I dash to the door. You don't knock anymore, and my whole life's ruined. Tick tock on the clock, I paced down your block. I broke my own heart 'cause you were too polite to do it. Waves crash to the shore, I dash to the door. You don't knock anymore, and I always knew it. That my life would be ruined.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. Sonically, it just doesn't feel like a song went anywhere. It felt like it was just starting to open up. Like we were just getting to the halfway point of this song where we should have had a different hook or something. It constantly continues to build, but it doesn't evolve. It's just arpeggiators, slowly building up and layering themselves. There's some cool vocal layering too, but sonically and structurally, this doesn't really go anywhere. So I guess we're kind of going back in time lyrically here, where she's talking about school and about some sort of old fling that she had. Also, I'm not sure who she's talking about here. Possibly somebody from her earlier life when she was in school and her kind of fantasizing about them being together forever and not just some old diary entry and them returning to like a high school reunion and being some kind of suburban legends. And while she speaks highly of this guy, Taylor's showing a lot of self-cynicism. She says that he has the currency of cool and her pockets are empty. Taylor was also willing to let things slide because of his magnetic personality. Calls from unmarked numbers, possibly that just means private numbers. I'm not sure what an unmarked number is. But there's no denying that Taylor knew this guy had some kind of hold on her. He knew that he was going to devastate her in some way. This line right over here, and you kiss me in that way that's going to screw me up forever. Like she knows. Yeah, and for whatever reason, Taylor is just hopeless. Towards the end of the song, she says, I broke my own heart because you were too polite to do it. Like, why didn't you just give him a chance? I don't know, guys. This one's a little strange. It might not be for me.
Once the flight had flown, with the wilt of the rose, I slept all alone, but you still wouldn't go. Let's fast forward to 300 takeout copies later. I see your profile and your smile on unsuspecting waiters. You dream of my mouth before it called you a lying traitor. You search in every maiden's bed for something greater. Baby, was it over when she laid down on your couch? Was it over when he unbuttoned my blouse? Come here, I whispered in your ear in your dream as you passed out. Baby, was it over then? And is it over now? When you lost control, red blood, white snow, blue dress on a boat. Your new girl is my clone. And did you think I didn't see there were flashing lights? At least I had the decency to keep my nights out of sight. Only rumors about my hips and thighs and my whispered sighs. Oh Lord, I think about jumping off a very tall something.
What the fuck?
See you come running and say the one thing I've been wanting, but no. Let's fast forward to 300 awkward blind dates later. If she's got blue eyes, I will surmise that she'll probably date her. You dream of my mouth before it called you a lying traitor. You search in every model's bed for something greater. Baby, was it over when she laid down on your couch? Was it over when he unbuttoned my blouse? Come here, I whispered in your ear in your dream as you passed out. Baby, was it over then? And is it over now?
It's so polished.
Think I didn't see you, there were flashing lights. At least I had the decency to keep my nights out of sight. Only rumors about my hips and thighs and my whispered sighs. Oh Lord, I think about jumping off a fairy tale somethings just to see you come running and say the one thing I've been wanting, but no. Flashing lights. Let's fast forward to 300 takeout coffees later. I was hoping you'd be there and say the one thing I've been wanting, but no.
Okay, that's a lot to unpack. I have to assume this is about the final phase of Taylor Swift and Harry Styles' relationship. At this point, Taylor's really attached to this guy. She's starting to be reminded of him from everyday people, from waiters to people walking by. And Taylor even sees herself as kind of this guy's dream girl. She can tell what this guy likes, and she breaks it down into physical attributes. But here's the thing, man. I believe that she can see the writing on the wall. She knows where this is going. And it almost kind of reminds me of Out of the Woods. At certain points of this song, she's directly in this relationship, wondering when it's all going to come crashing down. And in certain parts, she's almost looking at it from a point of hindsight. I joked around a bit in my last reaction about Harry Styles being a menace behind the wheel, and it turns out he really is. There was this horrific car accident they both got into, and I feel like this part of the song might be referencing that. When he lost control, red blood and white snow. Taylor doesn't really talk about Harry Styles in the sense of losing emotional control, so I got to assume this is literal. Maybe the accident was in the snow or something. That's the red blood and the white snow. Your new girl is my clone, and did you think I didn't see you? There were flashing lights. There were warning signs. You know, she saw this all coming. Again, she understands the writing on the wall. At least I had the decency to keep my nights out of sight. So maybe he was out there partying and doing his own thing, and Taylor was just kind of keeping to herself. That's the worst, man. That's the worst. Dude, I have been here, man, and it sucks. It sucks for sure. You know, you're at home wallowing in your own self-pity, and you pop open Facebook and you check out your ex's profile, and she's out at the club with the boots, with the fur.
Boots with the fur, got the whole club looking at her.
And the comments are like, the only way to get over him is to get under somebody else. So yeah, I've been there. I can empathize. That sucks. But things take a dark turn. She starts talking about doing things that are drastic to get his attention, to get him to say anything.
Think about jumping off a very tall somethings just to see you come running.
This is the dialogue of somebody that has lost control. This is the thought process of somebody that has put somebody else up on such a high pedestal and thought so little about themselves. It's upsetting that she would get to that place, but the whole thing completely humanizes her. Like, the lifestyles of the rich and famous is something few of us will ever experience. And maybe that's why these people are idolized and almost borderline worshipped. But that does not impress me. What impresses me is when somebody is a celebrity and they're willing to be vulnerable and sincere with us. That is one of the many differences between the Kardashians and Taylor Swift. To me, the song finishes off in a perspective of hindsight. She wants to fast forward through this numb feeling. She knows that only time can heal all wounds. Now her measurement of time apparently is takeout coffees. And though she wishes he was still with her through all 300 of those coffees, she knows after those 300 coffees, she's probably going to be okay. So there it is, man. Taylor Swift's 1989 Vault Tracks. I gotta say, I enjoyed most of this. Sonically, it continues a celebration of music from the 80s. Most of it has the excitement of New York. However, what did seem different was some of the writing. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just kind of different, right? I feel like a lot was said in these songs, almost like there was just more words to it all. The tempo and melodic textures were all pretty chill and airy. I guess it just felt kind of a little bit more mature than what it actually was. My main criticism of these songs is they felt too short. I felt like some of these songs could have been twice as long. Then maybe she wouldn't have needed to fit 7 paragraphs in 2 minutes. However, I'm nitpicking here because overall, I think the songs were pretty good. What I've noticed is some of these songs need time to grow on you. First is I get so much shit about one review I did for a song of a reputation called Getaway Car. Initially, I didn't really like it. It wasn't my thing. I thought it was kind of boring, and the comments were pretty funny. So I've given this song a couple more listens, and while it's still not my favorite track, it's definitely grown on me a bit more. Anyway, that's going to do it for me here tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed hanging out for a bit, and I'll be back real soon with my next video. Bye, everybody.